Hello, let's start our day. There's so much we can do. Come on, let's start our day so you can learn too. Hello, let's start our day. There's so much we can do. Come on, let's start our day so you can learn too. Well, hello everybody. Welcome back. I'm so glad you're here again for our third lesson before our first full week of school starts next week. So we are going to continue to talk about school and how special we are. And today we're talking a lot about our names. We're going to be making a special craft that highlights our names. So let's begin. How are you feeling today? I'll grab my ukulele. I'm feeling a little frustrated today. That's a new word, frustrated. Frustrated is when you're trying to get something done, but then something gets in the way, and then you don't get to get it done, so you can feel a little frustrated. But singing will make that feel better. So let me know, how are you feeling? Are you feeling frustrated today? Are you feeling happy? Are you feeling tired? Are you feeling sleepy? Let's sing our song. Hello everybody, how are you? Hello everybody, how are you? Hello everybody, how are you? How are you today? Alright, clap your hands. Hello everybody, clap your hands. Hello everybody, clap your hands. Hello everybody, clap your hands. Clap your hands today. Alright, pat your knees. Hello everybody, pat your knees. Hello everybody, pat your knees. Hello everybody, pat your knees. Pat your knees today. Wave hello. Hello everybody, wave hello. Hello everybody, wave hello. Hello everybody, wave hello. Wave hello today. Alright everyone, stand up. We're gonna jump up and down. Hello everybody, jump up and down. Hello everybody, jump up and down. Hello everybody, jump up and down. Jump up and down today. Alright. Well, that made me feel better. I hope you feel better and ready for school. Well, let's get right into our circle time. We're gonna count by tens. How are we doing? Let's sing our song. I can count by tens. Ready now, let's go. I can count by tens. Here I go. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. All right, moving right along, we're going to start our season song. Now let's remind ourselves what the seasons are before we start our song. They are spring, summer, fall, and winter. And remember how Mrs. Hamilton told you that she lives in New York, and I live in Buffalo, New York, and I get to see all the beautiful seasons in our area. But if you live in a different area, like in maybe Florida or another state, you might not get to see all those seasons that we see here in Buffalo, New York. So I was going to show you on the map. And here is the United States of America. There are 50 beautiful states, and here is the state of New York, where Mrs. Hamilton lives, and I live right about over here. And I get the beauty of seeing all the seasons, but another thing that we get here is a lot of snow, sometimes too much snow. All right, well, let's sing our season song. Here we go. Spring, summer, fall, and winter. 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 There are 4 parts of a year called seasons. Called seasons. Called Do you know which one that you are in? Okay. Well, I'm going to move my arrow over toward the season it is. It's the same one as it was yesterday. Summer. It's summer. All right. Now we're going to do our weather song. Make sure you stop our program so you can take a peek out the window. And then we're going to sing our song and we're going to think of some really good words that we're going to pick for today. All right? Go take a look and I'll meet you right back here. It could be warm or hot or cold or windy out, sunny or snowy or cloudy or rainy out. Let's all think of some words we can pick. Let's all look outside to see the weather. Weather today. Let's all look outside to see the weather. Weather out today. It could be warm or hot or cold or windy out, sunny or snowy or cloudy or rainy out. Let's all think of some words we can pick. All right, I saw some good words. What words did you see? Remember, next week you are going to use your very own interactive binders and you're going to get to pick your very own words. So do you have some in your head of what the weather was today? I'm afraid at Mrs. Hamilton's class, it was a little hot. I don't like being hot. So I felt, that's what I was feeling, very hot today. And it was very sunny. I like sun, but I don't like being hot. So the weather in Mrs. Hamilton's school today was hot and sunny. Okay, we have one more job and that is our vowels. Remember, vowels are in every word and they're just letters, but we find them in words. So we're just going to review our vowels and then we're going to move on with our day. Are we ready? Let's go. The vowels are A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. And starting next week, we're going to be learning each of the sounds that those vowels make because they're very important. So we're going to learn the short vowel sounds of those letters. And then pretty soon I'm going to be saying what vowel makes a sound. And then you'll be able to point to it on your boards. Okay? But let's start our day. We're going to read some stories, sing some songs, make a craft, play a game. There's so much to do, so let's get at it. All right, well, I've got our Mary Had a Little Lamb poem here. So let's go over it one more time, and then we're going to sing the song. And then we're going to be done with that for the week. All right, Mary had a little lamb. Mary had a little lamb. Its fleece was white as snow. And everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. It followed her to school one day, which was against the rules. It made the children laugh and play to see a lamb at school. All right, well, let's try and sing that all together. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb whose fleece was white as snow. And everywhere that Mary went, Mary went, Mary went. Everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. It followed her to school one day, school one day, school one day. It followed her to school one day, which was against the rules. It made the children laugh and play, laugh and play, laugh and play. It made the children laugh and play to see a lamb at school. Jack? Are you back again? You can't come back every time I sing this song. Oh, you're so silly, Jack. I know your fleece is white as snow, but you don't belong in school right now. You gotta go back. We've got learning to do. Go on. Go ahead. Silly Jack. All right. Well, let's move along. I am going to be reading you a story, Here it is. It is called Something Special because we're still talking about how special we all are. We're all different and we all have special gifts. And in this story, this little boy doesn't think he can do anything that's special. But I think he's going to find out that he does because all people can do something special. Something Special by David McPhail. Everybody in Sam's family could do something special. Everyone but Sam. Sam's sister Sarah played the piano. Sam loved to watch her fingers fly over the keys. All pianos have keys and that's what makes the music. But when Sam sat down to play, it wasn't the same. "You must have stone fingers, Sam," Sarah cried. Sam's sister Flo played first base. She hardly ever missed a catch. Sam could watch her play for hours. Sam wanted to play baseball too, but he couldn't catch a thing. "Butterfingers," said Flo. That means his fingers don't catch very well. They're slippery. Sam's brother Eugene was a computer whiz. He really knew how to make that computer hum. "Let me try," begged Sam. But when Sam touched the computer, it screamed. "Ah!" And so did Eugene. Sam's father was a wonderful cook. Not only did everything taste good, it looked beautiful too. Once Sam helped cook dinner, but no one was hungry. Must not have tasted very good. Sam's mother carved wooden birds. Sam thought they almost looked alive. He wished he could carve birds too, but he was too young to use a sharp knife. "Maybe Grandma will teach me how to knit," thought Sam. She makes it look so easy. But it wasn't. Oh dear. The magician on TV made the disappearing egg trick look easy too. But the trick didn't work for Sam no matter how hard he tried. Oh no, he broke a lot of eggs trying. Even Sam's dog Fred could do something special. What's the something special his dog can do? Can you see? Can you see what that dog is doing? He's balancing the bone on his nose. My dog can't do that. "I can do that," Sam said, but he couldn't. "What else can I try?" Sam wondered. He walked down to the pond to see the ducks. The birds were singing. "Maybe I can sing," he thought. But not even the birds would listen. Uh-oh. Must not have sounded very good. Like, Sam went to talk to his mother. She was trying to paint the duck's feathers. "I just can't get it right," she complained. "Maybe it should be greener," said Sam, "like the ducks in the pond." "Show me," said Mother. "Why, that's perfect," Mother said. "This is fun," Sam said. "May I paint a picture?" "That apple looks good enough to eat," said his father. Now, Sam painted a picture of Sarah with her flying fingers on the piano, and one of Flo holding the trophy she'd just won. "It looks just like you, Flo," said Sarah. Then Sam painted a picture of Eugene and his computer with all its zips and zaps. Sam's family thought that being able to paint was something special. And so did Sam. So do you see? You are going to be very good at something. You just have to figure out what it is. And also have to remember that sometimes things take a lot of practice. So you might really have a wonderful gift, but you need to practice to get it perfect. Okay? Well, I think we're going to get ready to do a little writing practice because that is one thing where practice makes perfect. So I'm going to grab my binder. And I want to talk to you guys about a couple of things. So this is the page we did yesterday, and I'm going to take that page out, and I'm going to put it right here in my binder. Because you can practice these not just today, but other days. And this is the binder, very similar to what you are going to have when you're in Mrs. Hamilton's class that we do for calendar. You're going to get your very own pointer. And here are some things that we do during circle time. The I can count by 10 song. And once you are good at following along, you can point to the words yourself. I can count by 10, just like that. So I'm going to open up my binder, and I'm going to put all the pages in. So I'm ready for our very first class on Monday. So you're going to help count by 10. So put it in the holes. And here's the season page. So you are going to get to move the arrow toward the season that you are in. And here is a weather chart. So you are going to move the arrows. They both move to what the weather is like at your house. And not just Mrs. Hamilton's is going to be choosing what the weather and season is at your house. And then the vowels. And you can follow along. And when we get to start learning that the sounds each of the vowel makes, Mrs. Hamilton will say, do you know which vowel makes that sound? And you can try and point to the right vowel, and then I'll let you know if you're right or not. All right, so if you thought it was a, and it was really I, well then you'll just learn, because we learn by making mistakes. Okay, so today I'm gonna put the pointer right here. You should probably always keep it in this front pocket so you know where it is and you have it for the next class. And then I'm going to take out the first paper we're going to do today, which is diagonal lines. Those are the tricky ones, and you're going to need to know how to make diagonal lines right when we learn letter A, because the letter A starts at top, and then we make a line this way, and across. So let me fold this and put it in our binder, and then make sure you have your dry erase marker. Did you click it yesterday? I forgot to remind you. There it is. Whoops, my slide fell down. It says kindness matters, and kindness does matter. I think Jack disrupted all this stuff when he came. He heard the song and he came a-running. All right, so diagonal lines, look at this. I have diagonal lines going this way, and on the other side, there's diagonal lines going the other way. So they're tricky. You're gonna start at the dot, and you're gonna make a slanted line, and these are really hard for kids. Watch Mrs. Hamilton, down, 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 and stop. So you're starting at the dot, following the arrow down, and just go like that. I'll do the last one on the floor, because remember, Mrs. Hamilton holds it up to show you, but I want you doing it on the floor like this. Down. And I hope you remember to hold your pencil, or your, I should say, marker down at the bottom with 3 fingers. Got to work on that grip. All right, I'm going to erase that, and then I'm going to put the other side in, because we're making lines going one way and then lines going the other way. Here we go. And then you guys will be all set for when we learn how to make an uppercase A. All right, hold your pencil. I said it again, your marker down at the bottom. Start up here, slide down, nice and steady. Try it again. Start up top, go down. Last one, start up and slide down. And we're actually going to be doing 2 writing sheets today. We have to make circles as well. So I'm going to erase this, but if you want to practice some more, because I kind of rushed through that, you can pause our episode and you can finish writing, or you can do some more writing after our program is over. So I'm going to take this one out, but hold on to all these things. And I don't know if you noticed, but I put the Mrs. Hamilton's bingo game, I put it in a sheet protector, and it's right back here. So you'll have it if we decide to play that game again. So I'm going to put this right in here. And I'm going to get the circle paint. Here we go. These are our circles. And I was telling you, I think it was yesterday, that when we make circles, we always go to the left. We start at the top and always go to the left. And a lot of children, when they first learn to write, they go to the right. But it's important that you always go left. That helps you make your letters correctly with the proper formation. So I'm gonna fold this right about here. And then I'm gonna slide it in. And then we can practice making circles. And if you're really good at this and you don't need the circles there, then you can just use the plain board like this. And just practice making circles. Start at the top, grip your marker down at the bottom with 3 fingers. Go to the left, around, and when you learn to make a circle all by yourself, you keep going until you close that loop. Look at that. I did a pretty good job. All right, but that's kind of hard. So let's start with our practice. Put it back in. Lots of in and out today, huh? All right. And we'll just trace these 4 circles. Okay, I'm gonna review this one more time. I'm gonna take my top off. I'm gonna put it back here. I'm gonna put my pen down. I'm gonna show you the 2 fingers that you should be whoops. Have the ink pointing toward you. Pick it up like this with those pinching fingers. If you need help with the mom or dad, they can scoop it back, stick another finger in there, and you're ready to write. All right, we start at the dot. We're going around, and then we stop when we get back to the dot. That is tricky. Let's try it again. Start at the dot. There's an arrow. It's telling you which way to go. Always go left. Around. Keep going until you get right back up to where you started. These are like letter O's or the number 0. And we always start, remember? We always start our letters at the top. Around. Come around and stop. Last one. Around. Come around and stop. All right, perfect. Let's put the tops on our markers. Be a clicker. I'm a clicker, you're a clicker, he's a clicker, she's a clicker. Wouldn't you like to be a clicker too? Be a clicker, be a clicker. And then I'm gonna put it right back so I know where it is for tomorrow. And erase your boards. And if you wanna practice later, or if you wanna pause, you can do that too. Because practice makes perfect. Okay, well, I'm just gonna leave that there. And let's do some movement songs because we gotta get our bodies moving and grooving. So we're gonna go over some of the songs that we've done so far this week. Let's start with I Have 10 Little Fingers and They All Belong to Me. So get your 10 fingers ready. Let's sing I Have 10 Little Fingers. I have 10 little fingers and they all belong to me. And I can make them do things. Would you like to see? I can shut them up tight. I can open them wide. I can clap them together. And I can make them hide. I can put them up high. I can put them down low. I can roll them around and fold them just so. Well, that was fun, and it reminds me that we should always use our listening rules when we listen to stories or when we're doing circle time. Remember, we should be watching with our eyes, listening with our ears, keeping our voice quiet and our body calm. And that song makes me remember folding them just so and sitting nice. All right, let's try If You're Happy and You Know It. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're angry and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're angry and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're angry and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're angry and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're sad and you know it, cry boo-hoo, boo-hoo. If you're sad and you know it, cry boo-hoo, boo-hoo. If you're sad and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're sad and you know it, cry boo-hoo, boo-hoo. If you're excited and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! If you're excited and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! If you're excited and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're excited and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! Wow, okay. Well, I taught you a song in my tummy yesterday, and I wanted to do that one time before we move on to something else. So remember, I have a song in my tummy and it wants to come out. I got a song in my tummy and it wants to come out. I got a song in my tummy. Rumble, rumble. I got a song in my tummy and it wants to come out. I got a song in my tummy. Rumble, rumble. I got a song in my tummy and it wants to come out. And when it does, I'm gonna sing and shout. La 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 la. I got a song in my tummy. I got a song in my toes and it wants to come out. I got a song in my toes. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. I got a song in my toes and it wants to come out. I got a song in my toes. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. I got a song in my toes and it wants to come out. And when it does, I'm gonna sing and shout. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. I got a song in my toes. I got a song in my nose and it wants to come out. I got a song in my nose. Nah, nah, nah. I got a song in my nose and it wants to come out. I got a song in my nose. Nah, nah, nah. I got a song in my nose and it wants to come out. And when it does, I'm gonna sing and shout. Na 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 na. I got a song in my nose. Last one. I got a song in my heart and it wants to come out. I got a song in my heart. Ba-boom, ba-boom. I got a song in my heart and it wants to come out. I got a song in my heart. Ba-boom, ba-boom. I got a song in my heart and it wants to come out. And when it does, I'm gonna sing and shout. Ba-boom, 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 ba-boom. I got a song in my heart. All right, good job. Okay, well, since we're talking about our names today, we are going to be making a rocket ship. And right now, if you download it, it just looks like this. So you're going to need some help from an adult person cutting out these pieces, unless you're a good cutter, but you might have never cut before. We're going to do our first cutting lesson next week. So you might need an adult friend to help cut out all the pieces. And why don't you stop the video and do that if you haven't done so already, and then come back and I'll show you how we're going to put it all together. All right, did you get everything all cut out? I forgot to mention that I also had a black and white version if your child wants to color that. All right, so we're going to start making our rocket ship. Now, I just took a strip of paper. It doesn't have to be construction paper, but so that your children have something to glue their rocket ship on. Okay, so we're going to start with the very top of the rocket ship. Do you know what shape that is? It has 3 sides, 3 points. It's a triangle. So we're going to put a little glue up at the top. Dun, dun. And when we use glue, we kind of push hard. So you can either put it on the back or you can just put a little there. Either will work. All right. Then depends how many letters are in your name for how long your rocket ship's gonna be. So I can't write Mrs. Hamilton, I don't have enough squares, but I think I'm going to write my son's name, Danny, because it has 5 letters. So you're gonna have to find out how many letters are in your name and get that many squares ready. So I knew that I needed 5 squares. All right, so I didn't even teach you how to use the glue. When you have your glue, you gotta turn it up just so much, not too much, and flip it over and try and get it on the edges, and we kind of push our glue. It takes a while to get used to using glue. Right about there. It doesn't matter what order you put them in. And add another one. Now remember, you're adding the same amount of squares as you are letters in your name. And it doesn't matter what order the colors are in. All right, so when I use my glue, I'm gonna go all around the edges, and you might have to help your child if you're watching with them, because this is a lot. All right, I have 2 to go. Is your name Victoria? You're gonna have a lot of squares. There's a lot of different names, and some names are short. My youngest daughter's name is Amy. It only has 3 letters, that's easy. All right, well this is 5. And then at the very end, you can add a fire coming out of the rocket. All right, there we go, there's our rocket, but we're not done. Now, if you don't know how to write the letters of your name, that's okay. An adult can draw the letters and you can trace them, okay? Well, Mrs. Hamilton's been writing for a long time, but I'm still gonna use a pencil. Whenever we write something, it's probably best that you write it in pencil first, because even if we know how to make letters, we might make a mistake, and pencils have a wonderful thing called an eraser, so you can erase what you've done. All right, so I'm gonna write the 5 letters of my son's name, and I'm gonna show you how to pick up the pencil one more time. So I'm gonna have the point pointing toward me. I'm gonna pick it up with my pincers, push it back, stick that other finger there, and you're ready to go. And I think I'm just gonna do uppercase, because this is gonna be a nice rocket. So Danny's name is spelled D-A-N. Notice how I start all my letters at the top. Another N. And then last but not least, the Y. Make a V, then add a tail. All right, so here is my Danny rocket. I'll have to give it to my son. All right, and your rocket is gonna have your name on it. And I hope you have enough letters. If you have a very long name, you might have to print out the sheet 2 times. And your rocket's gonna be really long. I'd love to see a picture of that. All right, because we're all special. We all have different names. We all have different feelings. We all look different. There's not one person that looks just like you. You're special just the way you are. So I look forward to seeing you next week for our first full week of school, where we're gonna have lots of fun together. I thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a great day. Be kind, love the people that love you, and have a great day.